Hey, welcome back to Double Fries No Slaw. Something exciting for you guys, something you guys have asked for years, but I'm just not good enough to do it. And so brought somebody on who is good enough to do it. Clay Fink, formerly with Noles 24/7, and you guys know him from social media, breaking down different FSU aspects and different things in college football, NFL draft, all the things. Clay, I'm excited about you doing this, and I don't want to keep this super long, but thanks for being here and hanging out with us all year.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. I really appreciate this opportunity. I think it's going to be super fun.
Yeah, I loved it. You did one of these for Alabama. Anybody can go to Clay's profile and check that out. I enjoyed that. I know that East Texas A&M maybe not as exciting as Bama was, but there's some good stuff in here that I think fans need to realize. Plus, it's a bye week. Like
Yeah,
you guys got time to kill, so enjoy this, Clay. I'm excited to shoot. I'm sitting in here watching it while you do it, so I'm excited to watch it. And man, without further ado, let's jump into the film.
cool. All right. So we're starting off the game here. We're watching offense, and then we'll get into the defense. Um, Starting off here, we've got looks like Amari lined up at H back. Little run to Gavin Sawchuk. Some motion. I think Amari blocked the wrong guy. I think yeah, no, he 100% did. Um, yeah, no, um, Amari should be blocking um, right here. Oh, that's a really bad circle. But Amari at Gunnar Hansen's got him sealed off. Um, yeah, that's first play of the game. Whatever. Amari barely played against Alabama. He's got to get back warmed up. All good. Woo! It's a nice hole by the offensive line. All right, we've got Amari at H back again. Sawchuk in the backfield. Quick little motion. So we get a little duo here from Richie and Pettibon. Medley does an awesome job getting his guy all the way outside to give a huge hole for Sawchuk, and he doesn't even need to use that because Amari does his job on this play. He finds this linebacker and seals him off. That's the type of stuff that you need to see from him, Landon, hell, even Chase Lofton if they ever give him any inline snaps. It doesn't sound like they will this year, but I really liked what I saw from Amari, both on offense and defense in this game. This was fun. Quick little pitch. They were really, what is this, 3 plays now, 3 Sawchuk touches. So let's see. You've got a pretty good number situation in the box here. Just the 4-man front. Safety's kind of crashing down. You've got this linebacker out on the outside, but you've got, who is that? Amari out in the slot. Another nice block by Amari. Meets this outside linebacker and kind of seals this lane for Sawchuk. Whew, man. It was slow. It was a slow burn on this first drive, and obviously that's not what we saw for the rest of the game, but doesn't mean it wasn't encouraging. So here we've got looks like just inside zone, maybe. Yeah, I really like the agility from Pettis to get across this linebacker's face and then turn back for him. But, just a solid play. Nothing too special. All right, 1st and 10. Play action to Sawchuk. Nothing open. Let's look at the route concept real quick. Well, okay. Well, the boundary side at the bottom of your screen is disgusting. That's really a rough route concept. You have two corners who are playing off 5 to 7 yards roughly, and you run two hitches from is that not totally sure who that is, but um yeah, this is a I mean Deuce is in the slot at the top of your is what is this play call? What's happening here? I mean, watch the I'm gonna put it in slow motion. Watch the receivers, all four of them. Five. I mean, I guess you could hit Sawchuck after he chips. I mean, what? They're all just like standing still. I don't know. Odd. Yeah. Tommy doing his Cam Ward impression right here. Oh my God! Watch this defender. Ooh, tore his ACL probably. All right, let's see. Oops. Okay, Landon. I think that's just a. It's just a numbers disadvantage. There's not really too much you can do on that play. I do kind of question why Hansen. Yeah, never mind. Let's see. Got Landon at H back. Biscuit as the inline tight end. Play action. Tommy keeps it. This is a Gus staple. I like this. Little fake play action. We're gonna tuck it. Watch the push that Hansen gets in the explosive first step. That's whoo Pancake City. He's allowed like 3 pressures through 2 games, which is the most on the team, but I know Luke Pettibon got National Offensive Lineman of the Week last year. Gunnar Hansen has been the best offensive lineman on FSU through 2 weeks, in my opinion. He's been phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right, motion inside, insert from Amari. Wow. This is even better than it was in, live action. Tommy's got a guy just coming straight at him, unblocked, and he gets it out just in time. Little bit of an overthrow, but that does not matter when you have a 6'6", 223-pound wide receiver. Former 5-star. It's not the last time that I'm going to be mentioning his name today. That's a little ugly. Amari inserts. Where'd that guy come from? I don't know if that's Amari's assignment, but you sure hope it was, to be honest. I mean, right over here. That's whew. I mean, he's probably bouncing that back right through here and scoring, right? If Amari meets that guy on the edge. So little things, but they're gonna score anyways, so it's not like it really matters. Some gravity right there from Chroma. I don't think yeah, it's on the one. There you go. Punch it in. They don't give it to him, but I like this though. I like the trust they've. I mean, I think we all know that I'm an Usman Chroma believer, but giving him Wildcat snaps, yeah, man, yeah. Fifth quarter as a college football player, give it to old reliable. He's gonna punch it in for you. Sawchuck and Keziah Holmes, man. This is no hate on Roydell or Cam, not to put those two in the same category, but like I love like the reliable presence that you have in that running back room to complement a potential like super superstar in Usman Chroma. Like you've got Sawchuck who has the physical traits and the veteran presence, and then you've got Holmes who, I mean, not that he doesn't have physical traits, but you know. All right, so Sawchuck in the backfield. Let's look at the. I mean, I know what this play. This is the Deuce touchdown. So you've got Jalen Lucas comes in motion. Deuce is isolated. What is this corner doing, man? He goes off man and just freezes. What did he? What do you think was gonna happen? That's fascinating. These FCS kids, man. So yeah, Jalen Lucas comes in motion. Good protection. Never mind. God, I didn't see that on the wide angle. What is this? Oh, oh, Richie just overshoots him way too far outside. I mean, the guy also kind of cuts inside, drills Tommy, makes the throw even more impressive. So, hey, shout out. All right. Who's that? Who is that? Oh, Squirrel. Nice block by Deuce. I kind of like that. You know, I mean, Deuce is obviously a more conventional outside receiver, and Squirrel's more of a slot guy. If you're going to give Squirrel a screen opportunity where he's coming inside, why not have Deuce in the slot where he can block? So I like that. I mean, it looks like Biscuit's supposed to meet this linebacker at the second level, and I don't know. He gets whooped by the defensive end, unblocked guy at the first level, and has no chance of recovering, basically. So, all right. Probably Biscuit in line. So, yeah, Biscuit in line, landed in. What's the... It's just a... I think that's just a safety coming downhill quickly. Biscuit inline, Landon H-back once again. Beautiful protection. I mean, whew. And boom. Dime. Ridiculous, dude. It's probably the best throw he's going to make all year. Not only is it on target, it's to the outside where only the 6'6" receiver can go up and get it. All right. Looks clean. Good protection once again. Kazai and Amari go out for routes. Whew. Close. Really good defense. So this is the only this is the only sack that FSU has allowed through 2 games right here. Sack. I mean, there's a very strong chance that if he doesn't lose his footing, this is like a 3-yard gain. So, yeah. Just pointing that out. Dime. Just beautifully timed. I mean, it doesn't get much better. Obviously, he didn't score, but whew. All right. Let's see. Got some Gus Miles on trickery going on here. Not quite. Here we go. What on earth? Damn. Watch Richie at left guard and Gunnar Hansen at left tackle. Just paving the way. Whew. Man. We did not see that last year. Tommy dropping back. I believe that's Squirrel. Good pocket. Yeah, it's Squirrel. It's a little underthrown. Hopefully he's healthy. It's important. Let's watch this route, actually. Watch Boggs here. He's going to run. That's really ugly. Look at the separation. That's all I'm saying, man. He's a gamer, real football player. Dude didn't accidentally walk into 2,100 receiving yards his senior year in Florida high school football. Like, the catches will come. Yeah. Hanson. False start. Right. Little screen game. Deuce. I mean, man, they're running screens to the 6'6", 223-pound wide receiver. Like, yeah, he's bouncing off tackles. 1, 2, 3, maybe. Yeah. That's just such a sick block by Javon Boggs, man. This is the first true freshman to start a season opener for Florida State since 1992. And he's going to block 40 yards downfield as an option on this play. Who was open? Tommy 100% absolutely could have hit him. It probably is going for a touchdown. But instead, he just, man. Touchdown Sawchuck, assisted by Javon Boggs. Whew. That's, you didn't see that on last year's team. I'll tell you that much. So, Chroma. Look at Richie out in space. Oh my God. Got his feet knocked out under him. I mean, it's an extra like 4 yards there just from that breaking that second to last tackle and spinning through the final tackle. He's so good. So high on Usman Chroma around these parts. Ugh. Confused. What's the thought process here? What are we what's the best case scenario on this play? Because currently I'm seeing 5 players in white jerseys closer to the ball carrier than any other player in garnet jerseys. Why is that? I don't know. I wouldn't run that. Oof. The jump cuts are just so like violent. He's like jump cutting like 3 yards laterally. But yeah, it's just see. I think that might be on Richie. I mean, it is on Richie technically, but that's a good play by the linebacker that he was matched up with. It's Danzy time. Let's see. We got Hanson out in space again. Luke Pettibon out in space again. Let's see. I love this view. Watch him. We got the convoy leading the fastest 400 meter in ACC history. You don't want to see that. Kai Danzy right behind Luke Pettibon and Gunnar Hansen out in space. No. Some Jalen Lucas action. It's a good block. Nice job by Richie there. You'd like him. I guess you'd like him to sustain it for longer, but take what you can get. Sperry time. Oh, he might have been in on that last play. Woof. Jalen Lucas. Late push from Medley there, but cool rep. Not a lot here. Oh, they did he's supposed to bounce this. They ran this against Bama. I think it's because I think it didn't work because this dude just completely crosses Pettis' face. Um when they played Bama, the right side was pretty much sealed off, and he just was able to bounce it after hesitating initially. Lucas still in the backfield. Motion. I think that's Danzy. Yeah, it is. I like that. We've got Richie. Who else? Richie. Oh, Rizzy's working at right guard now. Medley's out at right tackle. I did appreciate that they got Medley some reps at right tackle, Rizzy some reps at right guard. So that's their backup plan. I did like what Jonathan Daniels did, though. We'll see that later. He's just like a electric athlete. I don't. There's no other way to describe it. Yeah. The footwork was pretty solid on this throw. Just overshot him. Boggs was kind of getting held, to be honest, but he threw it out of bounds. So motion. Cam Davis coming in. Bounces off the first tackler. That's nice. I mean, I know he had a rough year last year. Pretty rough off season, to be honest, but he's still talented. I mean, you'd like to get him back in the rotation, being a serious contributor. You kind of see the burst from Sperry on this scramble right there. Plants his foot and just gets upfield. Yeah, that's a designed run, but you see, like, I don't know if they've made any comments on why Sperry came in the game before Brock, but and Brock is a good athlete. He hit over 20 over 20 miles per hour last spring, um, entering last season, but he's not this level of athlete. Like, are they just are they done with Brock? I don't know. Obviously, they are not completely done. They would never be completely done with Brock because he's done so much for this program, but certainly a better fit with Sperry. All right. This is the Boggs touchdown. I think we can just watch this angle. Get a little play action to Cam Davis. You have Elijah Moore up top. Makai Danzy fakes the orbit. And Boggs just kind of runs that little 10 to 7 or 5 to 7 yard out. Easy touchdown. All right. We've got the second string O line in now. Who's that? I think that's Moore. No. I don't know who it was. Yeah. Doesn't matter. All right. This is one of my favorite plays of the game. So Chroma gets the ball right inside that hash mark right there. He's squared up with the defensive tackle. So what's he gonna do? That's what he's and then he does it again. And meanwhile, you have Lucas Simmons over here at left tackle just completely dominating his target, number 3. Turns him inside and gets a good 5-6 yards of push. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was looking for going into a game against an FCS team. All right, we're going to speed this up because outside of the offensive line takeaways, it's kind of, you know, what the. This dude just kicked Lucas Simmons. All right. Brock Lynn in there now. Little jet sweep to Cam Davis. No, fake. Sorry. They do run like they know he's an athlete. It's just that Sperry is a Gus Malzahn system athlete, and Brock probably is not. I mean, he could make it work. He's not unathletic, but yeah. It was good to see this many reps from Cam, though. I mean, this is a bad one, but really, the interior O line just gets completely stood up by number 95. This is a rough rep by Rosie and by just the entire right side. Oof. I mean, Landon Thomas might have had the best block on this entire play. Actually, Lucas Simmons. Woo! This impressed me in real time. Watch watch how Brock gets rid of this ball under pressure as he's getting tackled. And this is the Amari play, but that's good stuff, bro. Like that's why you can continue to play Brooklyn. He's had some up and down performances. He probably is not a prototypical fit for the Gus Malzahn offense. He's got guts. I know that's cliche, but great catch and run by Amari as well there. Let's see. All right, Sperry back in the game. Let's see, I think this is St. Parks. But job by Jaden Todd here. All right. This just gets blown up in the backfield. Right. First Usman Chroma touchdown. Got a motion man. Usman starts in the backfield. In breaking route from the boundary receiver. Draws the safety in the corner away. That's all the space that Usman needs. Dot. I mean, Sperry, I was not particularly impressed with him as a passer out of high school, and the touch that he put on display on Saturday is impressive. All right, we've got Brock back in there. It's Chase Lofton, first career catch. Let's watch the route, I guess. Nice. We'll come back. Is this Elijah? Yeah. Nice catch. I mean, Elijah Moore, I still think he has the highest upside in the wide receiver room. I think I posted that the other day. But massive frame, impressive route runner. It's pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. All right. I think I might just plan on posting some clips from once Michael Grant comes in because I don't think there's much point in breaking it down live when I still have the defense to go. Basically, the only thing that you can take away from it is the second team offensive line. So, woof. Look at this run. Oh, Singleton. Look at that. I mean, listen. He just might need some touches. He just might. He just might need some touches because that's an incredible run right there. That's unbelievable. Let's watch the blocking. Great job by Otto. Phenomenal rep by Rizzy. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay. Watch like one rep. Michael Grant. I think that's Zay Parks. He's legit, dude. I don't know if he's quite CJ Campbell talented, but I do think that he ends up on scholarship for an FBS program by the time that he ends his collegiate career. Um, maybe like FAU caliber type team that CJ Campbell went to initially, but now he's at Rutgers. So, all right, I think we've watched enough of the offense. Sorry. All right, cool.
I'll get right back to Clay's film review, but first, let me tell you about our friends over at Sleeper. Listen, Clay's going to give you some really good insight this year, and if you can use that in any way to your advantage for the more or less on Sleeper, go do it. We'll play that game every Wednesday night that we preview. Richie and I will try and help you make some money. It's very simple. You go pick more or less on any game player that's happening in college football, the NFL, NBA when it starts, NHL when it starts. You can do it for La Liga right now. I saw that you could do it for Barcelona. Anything you're following, go play the more or less game, make some money. Use our code DFNS for a 100% match up to $100. You won't regret doing that. Make sure that you are using the Sleeper app for your eliminator leagues, for your fantasy football, for any kind of pick 'em pools that you have. Sleeper has the best interface that you'll find. They have a great score bug where you can follow all of your favorite teams, select them as favorite, whatever you're needing to do. Sleeper is your one-stop shop for all things football and sports beyond. Make sure you check Sleeper's terms of use. Terms and conditions always apply. We appreciate Sleeper for their support. Now back to Clay.
Cool. All right, starting off like this alignment. Jason Jenkins, Daniel Lyons, Gerald Jackson, James Williams, and who's going to come downhill and end up making the tackle. I posted like he might be the best player on the team. I think he almost certainly is. Earl Little Jr. has been on a tear to start this season. It's been. I understand why the coaches were so high on him all off season. I mean, they don't really give captains, but he would be one. Herring in the box for the second play in a row. QB pulls it here. Um, if he didn't, James Williams, I like the effort, I guess. Definitely misread that, but yeah. You'll notice it's really more apparent. I think even though the offense dominated, I think the lack of athleticism compared to FSU is more apparent on the defense. These dudes, they might actually have a good play call, and it just simply it it doesn't matter at all. Like you have to have the perfect play call. I mean, yeah, effortless. Daryl just drove that left guard back 3, 4 yards, 5 yards. Meanwhile, Jason Jenkins is getting in on it. James Williams is getting it. I mean, yeah. Pressure's coming from every direction. This offensive line was completely overmatched. I think that's why you saw them run the ball a little bit more than you would think uh, in the first half, despite going down 28-0 after 4 defensive drives. They just pass protection was so bad. All right, let's see. We've got Deontay McCray and the Desir twin. Or no, we've got Deontay McCray, Daryl, and then oh yeah, the Desir twins. I mean, shit. Dude, until Kevin Wynn's back, give me Deontay McCray as my uh, 8 snap, 10 snap per game rushing down nose tackle because I don't know if there's anybody else on the roster who can do it. Maybe Mandrell, maybe, but he's like 25 pounds lighter than Deontay McCray. And I love that they experimented with it in this game. He's obviously this is not a realistic opponent, but like he's not getting bullied or anything. That's an unfortunate. Damn. Barker almost knocked him like 3 yards further. QB keeper. I don't think any of them fell for it. Got the Desirs and Deontay once again. Cryer and Stephon Thompson. Thompson read that like a book. Step behind him, coming downhill. Barker. Ashlyn Barker's been awesome, man. He's been one of the top 5 probably players on the defense, I think. Watch Mandrell here, lined up over their left guard, 262-pound true freshman. Just doesn't. Oh, I guess he ends up with their left tackle, but he's gonna get to the ball carrier every time. Nice rep by Jaden Jones, number 44. They're losing, and they are consistently running the ball because even though FSU's defensive linemen are stronger than theirs, they would prefer to run the ball and get no push as an offensive line than pass the ball and take a sack on every play, which I understand. So it's just a brutal matchup. There was no chance. I mean, watch Daryl here. He's going to get a double team from the center and the left guard. Not going to be phased by it whatsoever. He's going to swim inside and get the assist on the tackle. I mean, he ends up being the last dude wrapping him up when the whistle's blown. Like, it was not a fair fight. Here he goes. They just numbers disadvantage in the box there. Edwin Joseph comes flying downhill. I mean, he looks like Slender Man. What the hell is that? What? I know he has long arms, but yeah. Smacks the shit out of this quarterback. That is. Yeah. Yeah. Edwin Joseph plays every game. He and Earl Little play every game like a 0-0. Every play. It's fun as hell to watch. It cannot be fun to have a missed snap rolling in front of your feet and see Daryl Jackson coming to hit you. Oof. Probably fuel some nightmares for me personally. Cannot lie. This was the first near pick from Earl. Comes flying downhill. I mean, QB releases this almost instantly. And, I mean, that should show you how how fast Earl triggered on that route. You can see why he's so upset because that was just a ridiculous read, and he knows that he should have came up with the interception. Look where he is. He's on the 25-yard line. I mean, that's like 1 second. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have like an acceleration uh, understanding to know if that's crazy or not, but it seems pretty crazy. And here we go. Interception party starts now. Guys, let's see how he carries it. But yeah, I mean, I think I knew at this point that the game was going to be special. Follows up a missed easy interception with an actual interception. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great block by Juice. Hell yeah. Should have bounced that outside, Earl. Come on now. It's all right. Somebody wrap up, please. There you go. I will say this center is really bad, but I like the leverage and the pad level that KJ Sampson is playing with here. I posted he was really, really, really bad against Alabama. It was really bad. Like that's why I wanted to see Deontay McCray, Mandrell Desir get some reps at nose this week. KJ Sampson shut me up this week. I mean, obviously this is not Alabama, but hey, nobody cleaned up what he started, but that's a great rep from KJ Sampson. Screen kind of gets blown up. Actually, not kind of. Are you kidding me? No. Watch his closing speed from Daryl Desir. I know Mandrell's gotten all the spotlight, but like it's plays like this that remind you why he was the 4-star. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's unbelievable. I think that's wow. That's like a top 3 defensive play I've seen from FSU this season. Jeez. Twins are legit. Stuffed him. Man. Man. I mean, Deontay McCray just completely whoops the center right here. KJ Sampson instantly is inside the backfield. Man. Omar Graham. Yeah. Yeah. Dominant defense. Whew. Somebody got to bring him down. Man, I believe this is the only play that Shaheem Brown played on defense. Um, you can kind of see why a little bit. Um, not great. Not great. Yeah, I'll stick to KJ Kirkland and the rest of the crew at safety. Hell, Max Redmond looked solid, better than anything I've seen from number one. Let's see, is that? Well, that's Daryl. Oh, Daryl and Lions. Still got the starters in. I mean, that's what you want it to look like when they're running some sort of outside zone or anything like that. Just get lateral. Daryl and Daniel have these long arms. Ooh, I like this. Oh, watch Daniel Lyons here lined up at the shade. Those hands. Quick. It you know, didn't really result in anything, but nice to see. Got Jerry Wilson in coverage. Jason Jenkins, James Williams as the stand-up rushers. Daryl and Daniel Lyons. James Williams doesn't quite get the pressure, but you can see if this isn't a quick pass, I mean, he whoops this right tackle straight up. I mean, he might have honestly gotten held at the end, which prevented him from potential pressure. But this poor quarterback just getting drilled. I mean, no chance of throwing a completion. Forgot about this play. Right after I say no chance of throwing a completion. That's a dot. I will say Jerry has not that it's nothing, but he's allowed like more yards than anybody else on the team this year. So I guess that's something to monitor, but I'm not worried about it. This is the play where he gets the interception. So yeah. I mean, he had like 3 interceptions last year at Houston that look exactly like this. His his tracking numbers are completely insane. The speed, the acceleration, like he's small, but he's gonna go round 4, maybe even round 3, because he is a freak athlete. His first step is completely ridiculous. Like one of the best in the entire country at any position. Like there are not athletes just popping up that look like him. I'm nitpicking, I see anything that slightly concerns me, I'm going to point it out. I've been he's going to have the bye week now. He's coming off the injury. I've been a little underwhelmed with Jason Jenkins, though. He overshoots this one right here, lined up over the right tackle. You know, who cares? But like in the grand scheme of things, but like I don't know. He got so much hype, but he was coming off of a very serious injury, so we'll see. I'm excited for what he can be though, because I do think that he probably has, outside of like the underclassmen, the third highest NFL draft upside on the defensive line behind Darrell and James Williams. And if you include the underclassmen, you get like Tylon, Kevin Wynn. But yeah, and the Desir twins are entering that conversation. But yeah, I'd like to see more from Jason Jenkins. We've kind of just been hearing that he's healthy and it's a magical recovery, but for as hyped up as he was, he kind of hasn't been playing like it. So is he healthy, or is he healthy enough to play? Should he have played last week? Who knows? When you're 2-0 and in the top 10 in the country, I think we all remember people nitpick. I'm nitpicking right now. There's not a lot of things to discuss negatively about your team, but you always want your team to be better. So just little things. Some of the injuries, how are they going to address if the James Williams injury lingers? Um, oh boy, the Don right here, Donnie Hybert. But if the James Williams injury lingers, can we get some more reps out of Amari? What's that going to look like? Let's watch the Donnie Hybert, trigger downhill and meet this slot receiver for the pass breakup. It's just what you love to see. It doesn't get much better. It just doesn't. The Don, fan favorite. Penalty. Defensive line just completely swarming them. Got Jaden Jones, maybe Diamante. Yeah, Diggs. And who ends up making the play? Donnie Hybert and Juice Cryer. Or no, Donnie Hybert and Mandrell Desir. Whew. That's a grown man play for Mandrell Desir. Watch him right here. He's lined up right between the right guard and the center. And then we got Donnie coming downhill. Man, love to see it from these guys. Effortless. Who is that? Is that Deontay McRae? I think it is. Yeah. That's awesome. That's a really good rep. He was one of my favorite transfer portal pickups. And I really did not expect him to be able to play this many positions across the defensive line, but he can be really valuable while Kevin Wynn's out. Jaden Jones, Daryl Desir, KJ Sampson. I mean, so many. I think starting the starting defenders for FSU, the leading snap count was Jerry Wilson with 20. So these guys, they didn't play like at all. Like Daryl has not been out on the field for, you know, 10 plays now. Look at that. AJ Cottrell range. Covering some ground. Donnie Hybert, too. Whew. I'm sure I could make a joke, but I won't. Look at him, though. 47-41. It's 1 yard gain. That's what you love to see. Watch him. Yeah. Yeah. Smoke white too. Shout out. Well, that was that was probably AI. I think, to be honest, didn't actually happen. AJ Cottrell, Donnie Hybert would never miss those tackles. Never. Damn. Let's see, 91 is Tylen Coleman. Um, Watch him right here, lined up between the right guard and the right tackle. This is the JUCO. Spent a year at JUCO, redshirt freshman, effectively this year. He's like got the tools. You watch this first lateral step to cross the face of the right guard. That's what it looks like. We'll get to it, but he had a sack later in the game, so that was nice. Is that Grant Fielder? I think made the tackle. He's fun, man. He's like, I mean, he's never probably gonna be like an actual player, but he's like 6'2", 250, like buff. Like there's some players. I mean, they whatever that dude's name is who does the interviews outside the stadium after games. He was asking like who's the strongest player on the team. 95% of them said Daryl Jackson, but like two of them said Grant Fielder. Micah Pettis, Andre Otto was surprising. The Desir twins. So interesting. All right, we've got not really any pressure on this play. These QP's throwing motions, so insane. You, yeah. I mean that's poor awareness by Cottrell, but what can you do? It's not like he's gotten a ton of in-game reps, so it's a nice throw. That was fast. I mean, all right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lined up. Tylen Coleman right here at 4I is gonna drop into coverage. It looks like Omar Graham, the linebacker, is gonna rush. Someone else I think rushes, but I could be wrong. Yep. AJ Cottrell comes off the edge over against the left tackle. And now you've got a 5-on-5 without Tylen Coleman. So these dudes are scrambling. Realistically, you want 71, the center, to shift over and pick up Omar Graham. But he has no way of knowing that a 300 plus pound Tylen Coleman is about to drop back into coverage. So he is going to pick up the nose tackle and he's going to leave Omar Graham completely unblocked. And yeah, they also, I mean, same thing goes for AJ Cottrell basically. This is nasty. This is sick. There's just not a ton that you can do to prepare for that. It's a numbers game. This poor quarterback, man. He's fighting demons back there. Tylen Coleman, near sack right there. Yeah. Ends up being a positive play for FSU because this blindside block here. Is that Donnie again? Just flying downhill? Yeah, he's trying. Mm. All right, man. Sure, sure. These poor second string defensive linemen out here face planting up 70-0. I'd be pissed. Damn. Ah, this is actually worth breaking down. Max Redman, super fun player. He's got all the measurables, all the athletic tools. I Dane Dane Draper was his biggest fan, but I'm a big fan of him too, and I think he's gonna be a perfect fit at Rover. He comes downhill here. You just get a glimpse, pops the helmet off. Hey, can't complain. Get a few more plays in here. This is the Ashton Bracewell. Brendan's posted about this and talked about this on the podcast, but it is a cool story. He basically was not going to have a spot on the roster this year initially with the 105 player limit. He was probably going to move to a training staff position. And I mean, hell, Big Noel posted that he thought Ashton Bracewell was an AI generated character on College Football 25. But no, I mean, he's real. And he ended up still getting a spot on the team. And he makes the stop on fourth down there. And his teammates just lose their minds. So you love to see that. Yeah, I mean, get a few more plays. There's just not. It's it's more like minute takeaways in this game. You know, you watch the game a few times and you focus on a different player and you see a rep or two that like actually stands out for a young guy who this is all you're going to see of them this year. Or maybe not all, but like this is a grand portion of what you're going to see of them this year outside of next week. And there's just not a lot to take away. Like what am I taking away on this rep? I'm gonna I'm definitely gonna get some more posts out about Lucas and Jonathan Daniels, Andre Otto, Sandman, because those are scholarship guys who will actually, you know, be expected to contribute at some point in the near future. But I'm watching the defense now. These are walk-ons or guys on scholarship who I think we kind of can assume will never be legitimate, like too deep contributors for FSU. And yeah, you just kind of get to a point. Um, I guess I would like to see the Tylon Lee tackle for loss, but I'm really high on him. But yeah, I posted that on Twitter, so you can go look it up for yourself. Uh, I mean, that was terrible rep from him. So yeah, I think that might be I think that might be all might be all that I have for you today. I appreciate anybody that's tuned in and been patient with me as I do this for the first time, especially during a insignificant game. But I feel like that was a good practice session, and yeah, I'm excited to break down the real games as the season goes on. And I guess I will see you in a week breaking down the Kent State game, and then after that, we get into ACC play, and that's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm really excited. We're planning a Virginia opponent breakdown before that game and a Miami breakdown. Um, Not a Kent State breakdown. That goes without saying. But yeah, once again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate TJ for giving me this opportunity. And yeah, I'm really excited for what's to come in the future and continue to tune in.